light again.
Huh?
When you sat down, it got light again.
Really?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ramblerz Podcast. I'm King Julianno.
Shalomythehomie.
You got that little troll face look right now. Remember the troll meme? Well, first of all, the first question I would like to ask you is, have you tried that chicken sandwich yet?
It's hella vague. It's hella vague.
The Popeyes chicken sandwich.
No.
Yeah, you haven't tried it?
No, I don't want to stay in the line, bro.
What's your reasoning behind that?
I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to eat it. Like, I don't have to go there just to eat
What
it.
if I want you to eat it? What if there was a girl? Okay, look, I'm gonna give you a scenario. What if there's this girl, right? In your mind, she's like the hottest girl ever. She says, "I'm only gonna give you a chance to go out and hang out with me if you buy me this chicken sandwich and you have to eat it too." Would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't do it.
No. I'm heterosexual. I'm straight. So, like, I mean, I just wouldn't do it. I want a sandwich.
Yeah, you don't want to conform to everybody, like, kind of falling under the pressure of, like, waiting in line to get some kind of, like, mediocre sandwich, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't really, like, even if there's, like, something like a temptation in front of me,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't.
Respect.
Like,
Respect.
I mean, I still have my temptation. There's still temptation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but, like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool off of that, but, like,
You
how
know
is it, like, even?
Well, I mean, in all honesty, you know, I had it one day after school, and I was chilling with my boy Matthew, and, you know, we're coming back from school, and he was like, "Yeah, let's get a chicken sandwich." I tried it. It's good, don't get me wrong, but just the way that it's hyped up and the way people are making it, the only reason why I feel like it's that good is because it's just coated with a bunch of breading, and the chicken's really crispy compared to the Chick-fil-A one.
Then, yeah, I think you also showed me, like, there's, like, a meme going around with, like, them cooking it on top of trash cans. They're making it with on top of trash cans, bro. I'm like, that makes me not even want to go.
No, yeah, I seen that on Instagram, and it was Vlad TV that posted it.
Vlad TV?
Vlad.
Wow.
He was like, yeah, he just posted it. It was like Popeyes.
So Julian.
Caught making chicken sandwiches on the trash can. But then someone DM'd me and was like, "Nah, bro, like, that's a kitchen technique. Like, it's fine as long as, like, the food doesn't touch the rim of the trash can."
But, like,
it's still kind of
trash can.
Yeah, it's still kind of sketchy.
Still on the top of the trash, like, everything's I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't know the science of
it's
that,
kind of
but, like,
sketch, yeah.
it's kind of like, bro, no.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, as far as the sandwich goes, I mean, it's not that good. It's good, but, like, the hype that people are making about it, it's such a marketing thing.
I saw, like, the videos of, like, memes, like, people not getting it.
Yeah.
And it's stupid, though. It's literally stupid. Like, it's all white. It's crazy. I mean, I've yet to try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like eating, like, those type of sandwiches, but, like, not really.
You have yet to try the Popeyes.
I mean, yeah. I'm a bad diet person. I'm a bad diet.
Oh, same here. I'm eating trash all day.
Yeah.
Hot Pockets.
I mean, it's like,
those are my guilty pleasures right there.
Hot
Pockets are my guilty pleasure. But yeah, I mean, I had the chicken sandwich, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diss anybody that's getting it. No, it's good.
Not trying to diss anybody either. It's not. I have yet to try it. So
yeah, the hype around it is just kind of ridiculous. I remember it was Jude, you know, our old coworker Jude,
okay.
my coworker. He was like, you know, they're overcharging for a chicken sandwich that's not even that good. Like, it's good, but it's like there's all this hype around it, and everyone's falling for it, spending their money, because you know how that's just how the world works.
It's just like the different, like, yeah, like it's crazy because now you have I'm not, but, like, even just for, like, different products, like they have some way of doing it, like, in a way.
Well, look at Apple too. You know, the new iPhone, the 11.
All they can really do at this point is just, like, better security, and then, like, I mean, like, just in general, just the phone quality of, like, the camera. You're basically buying a camera, but also it's a phone, so.
Yeah, it's because the camera just keeps getting more and more upgraded.
And I'm not a technical person, but, like, it's like, yeah. So it's like, I don't really mind the phone that I have, because I never had a phone until I was, like, in a junior year, so, like, I never had the phone experience. Like, phone experience like that, so. I always had, like, a flip phone, so.
Hey, shout out to the Blackberries.
I didn't have a BlackBerry. It was a regular.
That was hella.
I know, but I remember those, like, my sister had, like, the BlackBerry, like the one like this, and then there was, like, the one that's, like, the touchbeam. Like, it's just different stuff.
There's a bunch of different ones.
Like, I grew up around it, but I never, like, got addicted. Like, got like fully addicted to, like, being on your cell phone until, like, I was in high school. So, like, I didn't know what that was about, like, the addiction of, like, being on your phone. But then once I got it, it just, like, hooked me, bro. And I was like, dude, what? I did not know. Like, It was crazy, bro.
The privilege is having your own.
A lot of time wasted, but it's alright. It's kind of that time that I spent just like on random stuff. It kind of like learned about like different things,
No, yeah.
Got me into hip hop. Yeah, got me more into hip hop, like the hip hop culture and stuff. So everything's so accessible now. You know what I mean? And then like what's it called? Like, you know how people ask people like, how do you do this? How do you do this? And then their answer is literally like, Google it.
Google it.
And that's the simplest thing. Like, yo, how do I do this?
Everything's on Google it.
Just the search engine, the internet, you know. And you know, like our parents are like, oh, you know, like it was harder for us, and like you always hear like, yeah, but then like it's hard, you know, like like you know,
it was hard. Yeah.
My dad's from Peru, so like he told me like the horror stories of like going from like from his culture to like adapting to our culture, like American culture.
How was that for him?
Like he just told me like he said he was desperate.
Wow.
Like it was like not desperate like in a bad way, but like he came here, he didn't know any English. He was learning it, of course he was learning it, but like he didn't have any friends, he didn't have anybody here, so he just had to adapt.
That's a long process. Could be hard.
And so sometimes, I recently watched a play one of my coworkers was in, and it was called the Dreamer Project, and it was basically about like undocumented like just students going to San Jose State University, and it was just about them like their struggles of like, you know, how they came up from like wherever they came from, like, you know, Mexico or whatever. But it's just like it kind of opened up my mind, because I'm like, dude, I realized how ungrateful I was, and how like the opportunities that I have, like I don't, like, not to say I don't go for every opportunity, but like it's just like it makes you realize certain things, you know, like, and that's why all these foreigners are coming, you know.
It's like you wanna like learn to appreciate it more.
Yeah, you gotta learn to appreciate even for what you have right now.
Even if you don't have it that good, like, because there's always people that have it worse than you.
People always complain. That's the thing. Especially now, people complain
about not getting their chicken sandwich.
God damn it, I don't have a chicken sandwich.
To bring it back to that, there was some guy that people were getting killed over that. Because someone's cutting their line.
Though.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the thing, because what you're saying kind of ties in with that. Is like people,
complainers.
They always got something to gripe about.
It's
so
like
it's
dude,
crazy.
Like, even like, okay, so like there's a place called downtown in San Jose, downtown San Jose. Sorry, I'm illiterate as hell. I mean, as fuck. So, but anyways, like there's a place called Circle A. And there was a recent release for Halloween, at least. There's a shoe. It was a Nike collab. I don't know what. No, it was not a collab, but it was like a special edition or a limited edition shoe. It was a Nike Slam Dunk or some shit. The dunks, like the skater shoes. And basically, it was like a Halloween collab. It was called the Night of Mischief shoe. And actually, if you saw, like, remember, do you see the Lil Uzi Vert fit of him, like the Frankenstein fit?
Yeah.
Those are the shoes.
He was wearing those shoes?
Yeah.
They had them at the store?
They had them at the store.
Oh, shoot.
But they only had 6 of them.
Wow.
And so, like, I wanted to get a pair, but they only had 9, I believe. No, they had 8, 9, 10. Basically, just lower shoes, like to
lower size, yeah.
Lower size to 11.
Not your sizes.
But then people were complaining, bro, you probably you probably like sold it back door.
Really?
But like in reality, they only had 6.
Were there a lot of people complaining?
There was a line.
Wow.
And then I went there the next day. He said, hey man, you have any issues? Like, nah. And then we just chopped it up, because that place, Circle A, downtown, like if you just go to that place, it's like a chill vibe. It's like a skater, like it's a skater shop, of course, but it's a chill vibe. You can go there, they can like
just kick it with people.
It's like there's a lot of complainers though.
Yeah, no, and it's like, I think it's kind of crazy, because it's like, you know, some people like they don't get what they want, and they end up killing other people over it. Like that's what I found the most crazy thing. Is
even like in different countries, I think it's worse. Because I mean, like third world countries, man. Like there's like a lot of there's different not even places we know of, like just out there. Right, this stuff happens.
People getting killed over like what religion they are, what sexuality they are, and it's like, and like you said, it's kind of like, you know, you're talking about we have to, you know, not take things for granted.
Yeah, like, you know, there's people that, you know, appreciate everything, but then there's those people that like have a hard time of it.
Yeah.
Well, they don't acknowledge it, but then there's the people that don't appreciate it at all, and just like go like that, and then they get self pity and then all that other stuff.
No,
they don't really realize like oh, how good you have it, you know?
Well, because it's like those other countries too, dude. It's like, you know, we think we have it bad over here, and even though a lot of people do, like, it's so easy. It's so much easier to get killed over there.
Yeah, it's like if you were dealt like a bad hand, like in life.
Yeah.
If you were dealt like a bad hand, you could still like if you were born in the United States, if you were dealt a bad hand, you don't have to let those cards define who you are.
Yeah.
But it's harder for people to be from another country. Like, it's harder for them to like, you know, like survive. But there's a way of doing it. We don't know personally, but there's just different like things, how to live life, how to make money, how to like strive, you know. And like, yeah, man, like I was watching like a video. There's this random dude. Shout out to Elliot right here. This is our editor. But like, yeah, but like, I was watching a dude, and it was like those random videos you get like in the search bar, or like the recommendations. And this dude was 31 years old, and he was basically told like it was like one of those like videos that like he was trying to like tell you something. Basically, he's 31 years old. He was never in a relationship. He was an introvert, but like he was basically telling you, whoever was watching, to like pursue your dreams, because if you don't, then you're gonna end up in a job you don't like, and so basically that's what it is. And so I'm like, I watched that entire thing. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Speaking of that too, is people getting what they want and not being grateful for it. Black Friday's coming up, and that's the day where
I honestly
just go crazy.
Like,
another day where people just kill each other over stupid stuff.
The saying of like, as you get older, time goes by faster. Like literally, time's been going fast. I literally forgot that it was gonna be Black Friday. I mean, not Thanksgiving necessarily, but like, or Christmas, but like, this is ridiculous. Like, as you get older, time goes by hella fast.
Yeah, all the old people always tell me that. They're like, well, when you get to my age, you know, tomorrow will be even faster than you think, you know? And I'm like, hey, I already feel that right now.
Like, you know, like, shout out to the boomers or to the old heads.
Okay, boomers.
I love those people though, because they teach, they even though they were like, you know, they were born
raised differently,
like,
different time.
Yeah. The advice they give you is like really like
valuable.
It's really valuable.
Yeah, no.
And so like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I definitely like listen to that.
Yeah, no, and it definitely does go by fast, because, you know, as we're filming this right now,
like it isn't. It's the 21st.
21st already, and Thanksgiving's already next week.
Yeah.
So we already got all this. It's almost the end of the year, almost the end of 2019.
Yeah, that's what I was telling this guy. Like, even like the videos of like, not videos, but like there was a TikTok. Did we ever talk about this? The TikTok that like was going over like the Disney Channel shows.
I don't think I saw.
And basically, it was basically saying that it was the end of a decade.
Oh, because
like how we were raised, but now it's like the next generation's like.
Yeah.
It's the next generation's trying to grow up.
Disney Plus is coming out. That's the new streaming thing too.
I might get it, but I heard that like a lot of people got hacked. Not hacked, but basically what happened was people, with terms of password wise, people don't have different passwords for different services.
Right.
And so people were able, like, I forgot what happened, but
all right.
Like even though like
text me when you're done.
All right. Are you going to the house?
Like it's just like
yeah.
All right.
Like was this like
wait, so back to our house? Huh? Back to our house?
Okay,
just text me when you're done and I'll go with you guys.
Okay.
It's hella cold.
Well, anyways, basically what I was trying to get at was like security, like on like internet, like security, like password security is a really big thing. Because like people like have to have different passwords for everything they have. Because people have like the same password for like everything they use. It's more easier for them for their information to get like.
It's easier for hackers to see that and just be like, oh, these people have the same password, easy access. You know.
I just heard that recently. Like a lot of Disney Plus users got their account like you know.
Well, you know, it is a new service too, so it's like I feel like I'm not too surprised because it is very new.
Yeah, but then people are like, oh, it's their fault, but in reality, it's like, it's like just the people's.
It could be a two-way problem, you know, because obviously they gotta have some kind of security to where they're able to like. And
plus, like, besides that, are you thinking of getting Disney Plus?
Not really. Honestly,
were you raised off of that? Did you really watch it when you were younger?
When I was younger, I watched a little bit of Disney Channel, but the most I watched, I was kind of a weird kid when it came to shows growing up because I had those, you know, like, okay, so you know, like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, they had all those like teenage shows like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Jack and Josh. I like that kind of stuff, but then for some reason, I didn't really give Disney as much of a chance. I don't know why. I had some weird thing, and I thought like a lot of those shows were too girly. I had that stereotype. I don't know why.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I had that weird like stereotype of like I don't want to watch this show because that's a girly show.
Like That's So Raven is an older example.
Yeah.
That's So Raven. Hannah Montana was later. Wizards of Waverly Place. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. It's like on deck.
Yeah.
And then like later on, I really didn't watch a lot more of that stuff. I mean, like in terms of new shows, like Good Luck Charlie or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't watch that.
Well, it's weird because all the shows you talked about. So it's like
Camp Rock.
I watched a little bit of episodes. Don't get me wrong, and I did enjoy some of it.
Dude, I love.
At the time, I was clouded by Nickelodeon mostly.
Dude,
Nickelodeon was more of my childhood.
I think when I was watching TV shows, I was watching with my sister the Disney Channel.
The Disney Channel.
But then different like. This guy be throwing fake C's or whatever. Anyways, like yeah, me and him were kind of like the same in terms of like TV shows we watched. Like,
yeah.
I watched Cartoon Network and like that ass Nickelodeon. And
Nickelodeon,
so, like,
Cartoon Network. I grew up on heavy too.
And then like even like Boomerang, which is funny. But I think about it. Yeah, it's just like I was like, wait, it's called Boomerang. So it's like, anyways, besides the meme, like Boomerang had a lot of good shit too.
No,
like,
yeah.
Shit, like, but like for cartoon, what would you say you watched on Cartoon Network? Like, what was like the thing you were watching on that? And, like the Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. What do you watch?
So don't get me wrong. Like I said, I didn't watch much Disney Channel, but I did. There was a couple shows I liked on Disney Channel. For one, Phineas and Ferb. I really.
Oh yeah.
I love Phineas and Ferb. All the songs. The songs slap hard.
I honestly don't remember the songs.
Yeah, there's.
But if I heard it, like, yeah.
It's one of those shows where it's like every other episode there was a song. And it's so memorable because it's just so funny and fitting with the episode. Like there was one episode where like the Indian kid, his name was Baljeet. And he was like he was so obsessed with getting like his grades like really well, and he started a rock band.
The stereotype.
And it was based on a stereotype, and even though it's a little offensive, like everyone can still find it kind of funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I feel like in everything there's a stereotype in every show.
Yeah, in the episode, like he performs like in a rock like punk band. And
I think I know what you mean. Like they have on makeup too.
Yeah, they have a bunch of makeup on. They're like, you gotta give me your grades. Like that song has resonated with me like ever since I was a kid.
I think if I hear it, yeah.
Yeah, you probably know it. But other than that, you know, I really like Phineas and Ferb. And Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, well, that was early 2000s, so SpongeBob for sure. Most people grew up on SpongeBob. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was one. I don't know if you watched that show.
Oh, I watched
that. That show was pretty sick.
I think it was that one, and also, there's another one. I think it was Billy and Mandy. Yeah.
Billy and Mandy.
It was like
that was a dope show.
It was like it was a dope show. You had Total Drama Island. Later on, you had Johnny Test. You had like
Johnny Test. And Johnny Test was a good one too.
Ed and Eddie.
And Eddie.
And then like Teen Titans.
Yes.
Teen Titans,
go! The theme song, bro. See, that's what's so memorable for me. Like, what makes my childhood with all the like shows we're talking about is the theme songs and the music. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it just resonates so much. Like when you hear that stuff, yeah, it takes you back to your childhood. Like, you know what I mean? Like I listen to songs and I'm like, I feel like a kid again, man. Like I like that feeling of nostalgia.
Yeah, man. There's so much stuff on like.
Oh yeah.
I think Cartoon Network. I mean, not Cartoon. What's new? Scooby Doo.
The new.
Like,
what's new?
I fuck with Scooby Doo. Like that show is like one of my top shows.
Yeah, and that show has been around for a minute since like the 1960s.
60s, yes.
Yeah.
And so I mean, even though like, I'm not really an animation person, but like if you're into that, like it's kind of basic, like what they were doing back then. But it worked out. You know, I don't mind looking at like if it was the same animations they were doing all the time, like running back and forth, or like their faces or whatever.
Just like simple stuff.
I don't mind, you know, just
it was still very entertaining.
You don't really pay attention to that stuff.
What Scooby Doo was it? Was it the one that's What's New Scooby Doo? I remember the theme song for that too. That was like the pop.
What's this Scooby Doo?
Dude, see, like, yeah, it's so iconic, bro. It's crazy.
Like, there's like different versions of the songs.
Yeah. I think.
Did you see that Teen Robot?
Yeah, My Life as a Teenage Robot on Nickelodeon.
My high school gym partner is a monkey. I don't know the exact. It's a long ass name, but my high school gym partner is a monkey.
I don't remember that show.
It's Cartoon Network.
It's a Cartoon Network. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like,
I don't think I watched it.
There's a lot of Camp Lazlo.
Camp Lazlo, yeah.
Camp Lazlo.
Bro, now you're taking me back.
Chowder.
I forgot about all these shows.
You have Chowder, and then you have Flapjack.
Flapjack too. I thought Flapjack was weird as a kid, but it was kind of cool at the same time.
Hella funny, yeah.
Dude.
And then like you have Invaders in for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny, Shalom, is like a lot of these shows too, because we were born both in 2000. But what's funny is a lot of the shows we did grow up on were also reruns when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like SpongeBob started in '99.
Yeah.
But then like we were watching some reruns from SpongeBob, but also the Rugrats. Because I remember when I was younger, I would watch the Rugrats, but that show technically was before our time.
Yeah.
Because early '90s.
There's Rugrats, and then the one with the other one.
Nickelodeon. The Rugrats is hella cool.
All
Grown Up.
The Rugrats, and then another one came out. It was like,
All Grown Up, where they grew up. No,
it was the one with the caveman kid.
The caveman kid. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of the name right now.
Yeah, and then they're like a family like adventurers.
The Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, and then they made a movie.
Yeah, but it was with together, right?
Yeah,
and then there was two, right? There was like a movie by themselves, and then there was a movie
with the
them.
Rugrats.
Yeah,
yeah.
That one was pretty. Like they went to like an island, right?
That was cool. That was super dope how they put that together. I remember watching that as a kid too.
Oh,
wow.
Imaginary House of Imaginary Friends.
Foster's Home.
Foster's Home. My bad. I don't remember the name, but like just that show, like it was like very iconic.
Do you feel like now, like I feel like back then, Nickelodeon and like channels like Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, I feel like they aired more reruns of shows than now. Like I feel like now everything's like new kind of.
I feel like what happened was like everything was new.
Yeah.
Everything was new. Like like of course you can't really like. Because they're building off of what they're doing, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
SpongeBob was like fairly new. Ed and Eddie was fairly new. All that stuff was fairly new. So they were just building off of that.
Yeah.
And then eventually like having different ideas for other shows. But then like for now, of course we don't watch it.
Yeah.
But our if you have siblings, your
probably watch
your
it.
younger brother, your younger sister, or like anybody like that of like cousins, they watch the stuff now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they're appreciating that more than we do because for us it's like cartoons of like now.
When we're younger.
But like I feel like as they get older too, like or even some kids that like are lucky enough to like go back to like watch our stuff or like the cartoons we grew up off, they're pretty sure they would appreciate it too.
I feel like what I've kind of felt lately is, and I don't know if this is a sign of like getting older, but I feel like some cartoons, and I've seen this argument a lot, because there's a lot of shows that they started early and they're still going on. Like I'm not sure if Fairly Odd Parents is still going, but I know it was going for a really long time.
Okay, so I thought it ended, but then they had another kid, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
It was like another kid was on the block, right? Like a girl. Like, I don't know.
I think I did see that. Yeah.
I forgot, but there's a lot of like cancellations and then like.
So like what I'm kind of thinking is like.
I forgot to mention Fairly Odd.
Fairly Odd Parents is a good show too.
Yeah, like. Chip Skylark.
Yeah, my shiny teeth.
My shiny teeth, and I got yellow teeth though.
Hey,
yellow teeth gang.
Chip Skylark.
Not too bad.
He got all the baddies, fool.
He got all the. Yo, where the baddies at, fool?
Where the baddies?
But yeah, Chip Skylark, man, like, fuck, dude.
Shout out to the homie, man. I'm trying to hit up Chip Skylark so my teeth can get clean because they're all jacked up.
What's the Boys Don't Cry, like from the Spongebob?
That's from Spongebob. It was Pearl's birthday.
Yeah. 16th birthday.
See, we just know all this stuff because it's just our generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We grew up on this kind of stuff, and yeah, man, the rest is history.
The rest is history, man.
Do you feel like some cartoons? I felt like this was SpongeBob for the longest time.
I think like
over time they declined in quality.
I think what happened was like in terms of like pop culture, SpongeBob was one of the biggest ones.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Biggest ones because there's so many memes. It's so relatable. It was for us, but then we didn't realize at the time, but it was also like adult too, like as you get older humor, you know what I mean?
For me, like, see, what's weird is like, and I always thought, okay, like, is it cause I'm getting older? Maybe it's a mixture of both, but like, when I tried to compare the newer episodes that came out in the past couple, maybe, I would say even 5 years, to be honest, compare it to, and I noticed this when I was younger too, when I was like in middle school or high school, I was like, I don't like the newer episodes compared to the older ones. And a lot of people speculated that because the creator of SpongeBob, before he passed away, unfortunately,
rest in peace,
he actually left the show after the movie. Like, he stopped working on it.
The first one, right?
After the first movie.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you noticed, but SpongeBob changed a lot.
I watched it actually, like, to get on the note, I watched like a video of the evolution of like what happened to it. And then it was like a 30-minute video. Yeah, I think honestly.
It changed. Well,
but yeah,
the humor changed a lot too.
Yeah, so what happened was, it was a lot. It was supposed to be like a finale.
Yeah.
But then they kept going on with it. But like so he left the original dude, like the original writer,
Steven Hillenburg.
Sorry, I didn't even know. Like, I always saw his name in the credits, but like I always just paid attention to what was in front of me.
Yeah.
The other guy who came up with it, one of the writers, was from there he was like the head of it.
Yeah.
And then of course he was getting his blessing.
There's another guy named like Paul Tibbett or something like that.
But like it just changed a lot. But now like they're doing another movie in 2020.
I heard the past couple seasons were actually a little better, like a little like better.
I honestly don't know. Like I don't.
Yeah,
like,
and
it's
again,
one of those shows that like after a while, like of watching it, it's just like
whatever.
It plateaus.
This is all hearsay from like what I see on like the YouTube comments and everything. And part of it too is just because SpongeBob's been going on, I think, for so long, and I think this can happen with
almost
any
2
show.
decades.
This, yeah, right.
2 decades because it's 1999. That's crazy. No,
Wow, but I feel like that can happen with any show. Like a show just goes on for too long. Eventually, you're gonna run out of ideas.
South Park.
With
South Park, Simpsons is the longest running.
I heard Simpsons even got bad too. Like once because they started running out of ideas because it's not fresh anymore. You're just dragging out the show.
And then
which is not a bad thing because I don't want to talk bad about.
I don't watch it personally, but like it must get kind of like there's always new content. There's always new content, but it's just a matter of like originality.
Because for me, like SpongeBob. The problem I had with SpongeBob was SpongeBob was always a weird kind of show and always had weird stuff in it that made me laugh. But then after the movie, like I'd say the couple seasons after the very first movie or 3 seasons after that, there were some good episodes, don't get me wrong, that I'll always remember, like the Pearl one and all that. But like it seemed like they just focused on making everything really weird. It just became like a gross fest.
Yeah, it became like a gross fest.
And that's why I stopped liking SpongeBob because I was like, dude, all they're doing is like making really gross scenes and dragging the hell out of these jokes.
Yeah, like I noticed that too. Like, of course it's funny, but like
it's funny, but
you grow out of that.
You grow out of it, and like for me, like I grew up on SpongeBob being much different than that.
Yeah, because there's like different art, like
different art styles, different.
Yeah.
Not everything
it was
gross.
the same art style, but like it was just different. Like it was like weird, like drawn, like like how they zoom in. Look at my face, and there was like a weird.
Right,
like,
and those moments happen like every once in a while. But now it's like constantly, like there's gross scenes. Like even though that's an older episode now, the one where they like their face freezes, like that's so weird. There's one where like SpongeBob's face like freezes and it's super ugly and like it's all distorted, and I'm like, dude, what is this? Like SpongeBob's getting hella weird now. But I think they just dragged out the gross. That's just my opinion. They just dragged out the gross scenes. But when you think about it, the kids that grew up with that could probably appreciate that more than us because that's what they grew up on.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot to say.
Not to make a weird face. I mean, like I make weird faces all the time, but like I don't know. It's so profitable, like from a marketing and like whatever standpoint, and like to let it keep running. But like, come on, man.
SpongeBob's a cash cow. I mean, it's a cash Nickelodeon.
Cow. Nickelodeon's like.
I mean, there's like you said, there's memes of SpongeBob. People take scenes from SpongeBob. It becomes a Twitter meme. It becomes an Instagram meme.
Even the meme where it's coming, I'm gonna tell my kids this was the.
Yeah.
That's just hella funny, dude. Like,
I
saw one of like I'm gonna tell my kids these were the founding fathers. It was like just Chief Keef
and all his boys.
All the boys. Hella funny.
Did the show really end though? Like
I don't know. I think it's still going. Like there's like a spinoff right now. I heard. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so what I heard about that SpongeBob is that they're trying to make a spin-off of Squidward. But a lot of people were mad about that because Steven Hillenburg didn't want any sort of like spin-offs of SpongeBob or anything like that. And now they're just
going against it.
They're going against the grain. And it's like, think about it. It's all because of money again. Like they're just going to cash out with Netflix by making a spin-off series with Squidward. Like, bro, like Steven wouldn't have wanted that, but Nickelodeon don't care, It's
not about what it's not about what he wants. It's about like what they want.
It's all about the money. It's that's like that song basically. That's kind of how this relates. It's just one of those things. It's sad, Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace.
But cartoons, man. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what's on TV anymore. I don't watch TV anymore.
I don't have cable.
I have cable.
Well,
I don't even watch it.
I have cable, but like I don't watch it.
Yeah,
because
I
like when I made the transition from my old house to like where I lived in Willow Glen, or like when I was going to high school, there was no cable, so I straight up didn't like watch cable.
What's interesting to think about, like Shalom, is like what I was kind of thinking is we grew up, and obviously cable's still around. We grew up watching cartoons on cable TV, or maybe not cable, but like going to someone else's house and watching cartoons or whatever reality shows. But now when you think about it, there's so much more power in streaming.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Yeah, so I bet you like a lot more kids are growing up on Netflix.
When you think about it, like for a group setting, like when it was back say like 10 years, like maybe like 9 years ago, like you would go to your friend's house to watch a show together.
Right, my uncle would come over because I would have cable.
But now it's like, oh, we can stream it.
Yeah,
and like nothing wrong with that. But like in terms of like I would say connection, like and like socializing.
Right, it's kind of like we're being drifted because it's like now.
Even for like theaters.
Yeah.
Like no one's going. I mean, people are still going to theaters, but like it's slowly dying.
Right.
Slowly dying. Not fast.
That's just technology because I'm in class and you see these girls and guys. What are they doing in class? They have their earphones on, their AirPods on, and they're watching their little Netflix original shit. My thing is like I think like kids are just more like growing up on that more than ever because it's like now.
You can just give them a phone.
You give them a phone, they get access to Netflix. Because now, because like think about it, like most TV shows that people are into now are not even, and at least what I've seen, are not even cable shows. It's all like Netflix originals, like Stranger Things.
Even YouTube, like you have to,
YouTube too.
like,
yeah.
Of course, Netflix is one of them, but YouTube is free.
Right.
And basically, I was watching an interview with No Jumper, and like there's this one Chicago rapper. His name is Rico Reckless. Basically, he refers to YouTube as the TV.
Yeah.
What's on the TV today?
It pretty much is the TV when you think about it.
And like, because you can watch anything, anytime you want.
Well, and you see kids like I said, I see a bunch of kids watching like YouTubers, and they're hella young. Like when I was super young, I was watching YouTube, but I was also watching TV. But I feel like the internet is starting to dominate.
It wasn't really accessible.
It wasn't accessible.
It was, but like it was later on.
It wasn't mobile like that, because now you can just give a kid a tablet and then they can
the data. There's
data.
And
the data that's in the air, or whether it's
in the air.
In the air, you know what I'm saying?
I'm breathing data. Like, what's it called? There's different types of like pollution. Noise pollution,
air pollution,
data pollution. This thing is going inside. No, but like dead ass, but like no, like it's more accessible now, as we were talking about. Like to get to overall like thing that
connect everything back.
Thing we're talking about is like just like there's more accessibility.
There is more accessibility,
and so like now we're just seeing it now. Everything's so accessible.
Everything's so accessible, and
like,
to even connect it more to the beginning. Everything's more accessible, which makes people less appreciative of things.
Yeah, and
because everybody has access to everything.
I think we talked about that before, but like
yeah.
But my friend Daniel, I've always talked. I think I've talked about him in this podcast, but like he's always told me like we're kind of low key the last generation to experience everything, like everything new.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like I mean, of course, like we were born in 2000, but like everything, like the whole evolution from like phones, like just like cell phones, you know, to like touch screens to like now.
Well, it's like now too. It's like,
but like of course our parents.
If you're being
parents no more.
Yeah, if you're being born right now, or you were born with like in the past 5 or like 3 years, then it's like these kids are growing up in a time where technology is already accessible. So it's like they're gonna grow up and they're gonna tell their kids. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like in my time, we had the iPhone, and that was because you never know. Technology is probably just going to keep getting more and more advanced.
It's going to keep getting. I feel like it's going to become like the Back to the Future Part 2, but like I think the year for that was either 2018 or 2016.
Oh, really? It was one of
those years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then like in that movie, like there was like flying cars and stuff.
We obviously haven't gotten
there. They got some of the stuff right. Like just like I feel like not everything, but like. I think in terms of like technology, it's gonna get to that point, but not of course flying cars yet probably, but like just everything like so like
right.
Because when you think about it, when your parents were getting raised, and even their parents, like grandmas and grandpas, they had no idea the internet was gonna be a thing.
That's so weird.
Like just imagine back then, like okay, I'm gonna have to like send mail.
Yeah.
Far away.
Actually, mail.
And then you never know if one person like, what if there was an easier way to do that without like sending mail? Like, I'm pretty sure that always crossed someone's mind.
Yeah,
it had to cross.
It had to cross.
There's billions of people in this world. Like, so back then, I'm pretty sure someone was like, must be an easier way to do this.
And then the internet came, in like what, the 1970s, 80s, or no, before that.
It was so new. It was in its infancy.
Yeah, that was like okay, right.
Like it was like.
And it's crazy because the internet's huge. It's a
huge
place, man. Huge place. Because it's like there's so many people in the world, so many people posting, so many people using the internet for things. Like, it's crazy to think about. But yeah, a lot has changed though in the generations, and things are going to continue to change.
Yeah, and so regardless of us not liking it or liking it, it's going to happen. Change is bound to happen.
Something's coming.
It's an inside joke. Like. Change is inevitable with everything.
Change is very inevitable.
So yeah, like
it's
and so low key, this is like low key a freestyle podcast because we had no idea what we were gonna talk about.
Freestyle it. And I started off with the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah, he was talking about it. Like
let's just hope like people are appreciative, but like you don't want to be that kind of person that's gonna kill someone over a sandwich. You know?
And then this is the type of stuff like a conversation I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can have small
kind
talk,
of conversations.
but it's just like little things here in the spark conversation, and then you can build off of it.
Yeah.
And so that's cool.
Wrap it up. We talked about a lot.
We talked about a lot of stuff, and no blood handshakes, but
one more blood handshake. We're not affiliated though.
Expect this podcast to be coming soon. Today's the 21st, so whenever.
And let us know what you guys think. You know, every day is a learning. every day is a learning experience for us. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys liked it, let us know. If you guys didn't like it, let us know. You know what I'm saying? We want to learn from you guys about what we can be better.
Yeah,
on.
like comments, like, dislike, or whatever, just whatever.
Constructive criticism, appreciative. That's all.
I feel like it's just constructive criticism.
But regardless of that, we love you guys. Hope you guys have a great night, day, whatever you call it.
Night, day.
If you guys are watching this video. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm King Julianno.
And Beyonce. Ski mask. Well, anyways, I'm Shalomythehomie, King Julianno, and we're out.
We out.